Alright guys, I'm back with another video, and I figured since I just took this gun to the range, yes, I put it back in the carrying case for this video. The other carrying case is right here, by my feet. So I figured since I just took this gun to the range, I would do a full review on it, because some people said that they wanted a full review on it. Or, you guys have been waiting for more reviews, so here you go. I know it's not a rifle. I will eventually get to those. I have no idea when, so just give me some time. So, when you buy a Glock, it'll come in this case, and there will be a few accessories in here. I tried to put it back the way it was, but I did not fully succeed. So, of course, you'll get the gun. You'll get one magazine in the gun. The gun is unloaded right now. And then you'll get two extra magazines. So, okay. So you get 2 extra magazines. You take the gun out. I need a bigger table for these kinds of reviews. So, also, additionally, with the 2 magazines, which they each hold 15 rounds, and I like the fact that the follower is orange. Makes it really easy for me to see where I'm at in loading. So you get 2 magazines with a pistol along with the gun, of course, and then you'll get your safety lock, which is orange, which you need one of these if you want to not have a zip tie around your slide and trigger during gun shows. So they give you that. Also, if you just want to lock it up, you can. They give you a little QR code thing too, with a little cleaning kit, I think? I'm not really sure what that is. It's gotta be like a little cleaning kit thing. Hold on, maybe if I turn it this way I don't really know what that is. It looks like... Oh, I know what this is. So, I got the MOS version of the Glock, which I wish I hadn't, because I don't really put optics on my gun, but I might think about it with this one. This is the optics plate for the gun. So this is the optics plate. I've heard they're kind of plasticky, and honestly this one might be, but I don't know. Put that there for now. But yeah, that's the optics plate. I was like, what is this? So here's the lock for it. You do get a couple of different back straps, like if you wanted to make it, and I might, honestly, I don't know, but you do get three back straps, I think. Let me... 1, 2, at least 2. I think there's only 2 in there. But yeah, you get a couple of back straps, you get the gun, you get 2 extra magazines, which okay, so I gotta give Glock points for this. I do not know, because I bought a Kimber 45, and I bought a Smith & Wesson MMP. Now that I've only bought, let's see, the MMP, the Glock, or not the Kimber, the Glock. Let's see, what else did I buy? I think that's it from. Yeah, so I bought. I could have sworn I bought one more. Kimber, Glock. The Canic was bought from a pawn shop. The SD9 was also bought from a pawn shop. I know that for a fact, because that was my first one. Yeah, that's basically what you get. I do wish Glock gave you a nice... This one is plastic, but regardless, we got it. It's good. It's all good. So yeah, I do wish that Glock would give you a nicer box, but it is what it is. I can't remember the name of the other gun, but I bought 3 guns from Carter's Country, and this is my 3rd. Now, a lot of people some people might be wondering, why a Glock 19? Or why a Glock? And there's a couple reasons. One, this is the closest thing I could get to the FBI contract pistol that I have wanted for probably years. Ever since I saw Hickok 45 do a review, and then I figured out that the FBI was after them, so I figured, why not? They're good guns. They got to be good guns. As you can see, the orange magazine follower is no longer orange because gunpowder. I literally just got back from the gun range yesterday, and then I had a bunch of stuff to do, so I didn't really have time to clean it, so it's still dirty. But I will say, this is the first Glock I've ever shot, so, well, I've shot one more, but it was also a Gen 5. But I've never shot like a Gen 4 or a Gen 3 or Gen 2 or Gen 1. So I've never shot any other generation of Glock other than this one. And so this one, they removed the finger grooves, which I actually like, because I don't like finger grooves. It doesn't matter which gun it is. I don't like finger grooves on the slide. I think they get in the way. I think they're a hassle, whatever. And, you know, unless you, I guess if you train with finger grooves, you'll be good. But if you don't train with finger grooves, or you're not comfortable, or even if you do, if you come into a self-defense situation where it's grooved and you grab it wrong, either one, you're going to slip up and you're not going to be able to pull it out of the holster, or, no, that's pretty much it. Oh, they also do give you, Glocks have their own little safety note. You can find tons of YouTube videos on this where they read it. I'm not going to read it because I don't really want to. I'll read it later. I don't want to read it on camera. So, but it's fine. I do get a light rail, which I'll also probably never use. I keep my guns pretty much stocked. One thing I do want to change on this gun so bad, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, is the sights. The sights aren't terrible, but they could be better. They got the U dot, and then they got the single dot up front. So I want to change these out to a pair of night sights, so I can see in the dark a little better. The magazine well is beveled right here. It kind of flares out. And the trigger is another thing that I want to change on this gun. Actually, I don't know if I want to change. I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet. But I shot 145 rounds through this gun. The trigger's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. It's certainly not a Canik trigger, that's for sure. Canik definitely has way better triggers. If you guys want to see a comparison between this gun and the Canik, let me know. But yeah, I do like the fact that the slide release is ambidextrous. So you got one on this side and one on this side. And I do know that on the Gen 4s, this area right here where it's curved, it was just straight flat, so it looked more like a brick. I do like the fact that they curved this and they gave you front and rear slide serrations as well. So you got slide serrations here, you got slide serrations here, and this one's mainly for press checks, like that, but it's kind of hard to do it. This gun is still getting broken, and you got them back here for obviously a rack and a slide if you want to. But yeah, you can flip this over to the other side, the magazine release, which I'm probably going to end up doing because I'm left-handed. But there's not really much else. You take this plate off, you can mount the optics plate, put a sight on it, which I might not, I don't know. I tell you what though, when I told my cousin I got another gun, he was like, "You got another one?" I was like, "Yeah." "What'd you get?" "A Glock." "Really?" "Ew." That's what he said. He goes, "Ew." I'm like, what? It's a Glock. It's, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so that's pretty much all. You do get 3 magazines. Where are the other 2? Do not tell me I just... Okay, here they are. I was about to say, do not tell me I just lost my other 2 mags. That was gonna suck. So, you get... Get over here so I don't lose you again. Okay, so... Set this down for now. you get 3 magazines, which I love that. I wish more gun companies would do that, but whatever. One little nitpick I do have is I wish these magazines were steel instead of polymer. I really do wish these mags were steel instead of polymer. Polymer, but oh well. But yeah, and it breaks down the exact same ways as Smith & Wesson. For those that don't know, Glocks and Smith & Wesson break down the exact pinpoint to the point. They break down the same way. And for those of you that don't know, because I've heard a lot of people say, well, back in the early 2000s, late 90s, it was your duty to say, if somebody was looking for a self-defense pistol, Glock 19. It was just a thing. And that was true. But reliability is standard across the board now, so it's not really... You can go to a gun store, pretty much any gun you buy is going to be reliable. If they're from a reputable manufacturer. But who knows, you might get a bad apple. But that's not the case anymore, and even though the Glock 19 is pretty much an American icon, it's not actually an American pistol. These guns are actually Australian. It says on the slide, where does it say it? Where does it say it? Glock 19, Gen 5, Australia. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I'll try to show you. No, you're not going to be able to see it. Regardless, it does say Australia. It says Glock 19 Gen 5 Australia 9x19, which is a 9mm. And then yes, so that's cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm definitely probably going to change the sights out eventually. Probably going to change the trigger, maybe, and then switch the magazine release to the left side so I can actually do it with my thumb instead of my finger like this. But, you know. Oh, and another thing, so if you're going to buy a Glock, just keep in mind that your magazine release might be a little bit tight. It will probably loosen up as you use it. And I've heard rumors that the recoil spring, now I did not have this problem, but when they went from the Gen 4 to the Gen 5, they did a double recoil spring, a double spring, and I've heard that it can lead to the slide not locking back, which I did have one time, or the gun not cycling properly, which I never had. What I did have, and I kind of blame the ammo because it's old ammo, was, so I pulled the trigger and it didn't fire. 1 out of 145 rounds didn't go off. That's pretty reliable. But yeah, I do like the fact that I can have 45 rounds of ammo. I will be getting more magazines. I'll probably be getting like 6 or 7, or 3 or 4 more for sure. And then I can put them in my little carrying case, which has 6 clip holders. But it's the Glock 19, and yes, it still looks like a Minecraft gun. Or I like to call it the Lego of the gun world. Some people call it the F-150 of the gun world. I call it the Lego of the gun world because it's got so many. I mean, you can get slides, barrels, sights, triggers, a whole nother lower if you want. I don't think I'm going to swap the barrel out, mainly because this barrel is fine. But if I do swap it out, I'm going with a blue barrel. Blue. And if I do swap the slide out, which I might actually do, but if I do swap the slide out, I'm probably going to go with a blue slide. I just like blue. Or I might go with a gold barrel with a blue slide, or a chrome barrel with a blue slide. Let me know. Let me know what you guys would do. But yeah, and then the trigger, it's alright. It could. So I will say this about the trigger. Let me say one thing. The trigger is, so on my SD9 the trigger is pretty heavy. On the Glock, the trigger is about the same weight. However, the distance is not nearly as long. The Glock has a way shorter trigger, and I actually like that. I don't like super long, super heavy triggers. So if I switch the trigger out on anything, it's going to be the SD9, because, yeah, Smith & Wesson could have done better on that trigger. But, I mean, Glock could do better too. But, yeah, I really got to clean this gun. Actually, I don't really have to. You can probably shoot, 1,500, 2,000 rounds before it starts hanging up. But I'll clean it way before then. But, yep, I do like this gun, despite some people. It's either you love Glock or you hate Glock. There's really no in between. But some people like them, some people hate them. But let me know what you guys think. And is a Glock 19 your primary carry? But that was the Glock 19 in a nutshell. And yep, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I will say, I'll put the magazine in real quick. Hold on, I know this video is taking forever. Hold on, I'll put the magazine in. So, it's got the magazine in right now. It's a flush fit 15, which is fine. So, if for whatever reason you have a round go sideways or you need to yank the magazine out, what you can do, hit the magazine release, and then you can rip the magazine out from either front to back, or you can do it side to side. But the Glock 19, excellent magazine ejection. So, and I want to get some steel magazines for this, which I probably will. So, anyway, yes, I will do more rifles a little later. I'm going to put this back in for now. I will do more rifles a little later, but as of now, it's kind of, they're put up, they're hard to get to, so it's a little difficult to do it, but I will do it eventually. Also, eventually, it might be a year or two down the road, but I've got another video that I want to do that's going to be pretty cool. So, stay tuned for those, and I will see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See you guys later.